Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this channel. And while we have a little college football playing in the background, I wanted to talk to you specifically about the college football return. Now, college football 26 is about to come out, and people are already, or shall I say, EA is already advertising the living daylights out of it, like it's just the best thing since sliced bread. Now, the last time that I checked, no one even likes college football 25. Yes, it's a very decent game, but it's not a great game, especially when people have been waiting all those years since college football 14 came out for them to actually make another college football game. Even with the real players already being in the games where you didn't have to update the rosters and things like that, everything was still so different to the point that it didn't feel like college football. And even as I'm playing it, the only issue I have with it, and this is one of the biggest complaints across the entire board when it comes to the reviews online, whether it be on IGN, GameSpot, or even people that are doing Google reviews. If you go look at the Google reviews, they are absolutely brutal when it comes to college football 25. And one of the primary things is that the CPU cheats. I even have a video I'll link in the description below where I streamed this game for almost 3 hours, and even I told you how bad it was, and it was a cheating game where the computer just magically warps into all your thrown passes and intercepts everything that you have. The gameplay modes are 1000% limited to the point there's hardly anything to do in the game. And the fact that they didn't even have a decent season mode where you can actually play the real schedules of college football, no one really understood that. And it's just weird that these guys didn't even take the initiative to go through and fix that situation where you can actually play solid football with an actual real season. I mean, really, you didn't even have all the teams, so why would you not put the season in here? I never understood why games go away for a short period of time and then they come back and they just magically start losing features and gameplay modes. I don't understand how hard it is to put a scheduled season mode into the game, which they did not do. There's a lot of players that aren't in the game, but they updated throughout the year, which I can appreciate that much of it. The online gameplay was absolutely terrible, which that should have been implemented and ready to go out the gate. Out the gate, I mean. And they didn't do that either. But there's so many conflicting things with this game that just made you wonder, how did they get away with releasing this game? Because it feels like an incomplete game. It actually felt like some kind of demo for college football versus an actual sequel to NCAA 14. I guess it's where you change the name to from NCAA to college, because now NCAA would reference one thing over another, which I'm going to explain that as well. So let's go into EA's whole terminology thing where they like to add gimmick-like phrases when they advertise their games. So let's talk about the features of college football 25. It has a campus IQ gameplay. You know how they got to use terms, campus IQ. It's a system that's supposed to, worry about players' ability, wear and tear, team playbooks, and their stories on Saturday about the impact of the games. They have their normal dynasty mode and the road to glory modes with NIL components. They have better graphics and lighting and a little bit of ray tracing, which is unnecessary in a football game, but they want to put it in there anyway because it's not really realistic. They have 134 team playbooks, but they only have the 134, I guess, subdivision teams that they place into this actual game. They claim that it's every Division 1 team, but I'm pretty sure that's not true, but that's just their way of doing it. They always talk about player abilities and wear and tear system, the player's health system. That's just basic, fatigue and stats. I don't understand why that needs a name. The dynasty mode that was in college football 14, it was seen as a little bit less in depth than normal, but it had custom conferences, schedule customizations, and things like that, which are not in 25. The gameplay, the so-called campus IQ, it was designed to be more realistic and strategic, but like I said, it cheats all the time, and it makes it feel like you're actually getting cheated by the computer every game. And it does that anyway. And some people even said that NCAA football gameplay felt like 14 gameplay felt like it was actually arcade mode. It's just not. That's just a straight up lie. The coach mode was also in NCAA football, where you actually handled all the situations. But I felt like on college football 25, they kind of like basically made the computer start to do everything for you, and Even though the team builder was also in both games, College Football 25 put everything behind a paywall and you had to pay it online. That's one thing I never liked, when they had to put gameplay modes online. Like, why would I want to play a career mode online? It doesn't make any sense. When you play college sports and you play NFL games or NBA games or whatever, you always want to play your single player modes when it comes to your dynasties and stuff like that. I don't like the fact that they make it where you have to choose a team, play against the season against other teams, so you gotta wait till somebody else choose the other teams and you have to play against them. To me, that's just stupid and it's a gimmick. But I felt like College Football 25 doesn't have the fun factor that the NCAA 14 brought into the game. That's just my two pennies and my own personal opinion. But that's just the way I think. Leave a comment in the description below about your thoughts on that situation as well. And I guess my final thing I want to say is, give me 1 second. So for this final part of the video, I had to go back and get my Texas gear on just to represent my Longhorns. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about one thing. I feel like College Football 26 is going to have to come with the gameplay modes, and all they've been showing is presentation. Whenever they show like the reveal trailer, they show the bands playing, the people rubbing the trophies, the celebrations. This is what I hate about a bunch of EA Sports games. They just show a bunch of hype, and then when you get the actual game home, you're frustrated with it, or you're about to throw the controller and break it. The game is either not playing correctly, it's not simulation, it cheats, and there's just so many things that you get at home, and this game is just not fun. And I'm gonna tell you right now, there's absolutely nothing fun about a game cheating you at every turn of the events. And there's a difference between high difficulty and just straight up cheating. When a game is programmed to basically do everything and know your every move, and to be able to counter and warp and dive into positions where they normally can't do in real life, and their IQ of the AI is so much higher than yours to the point that you literally can't even make a single play, that's not fun. And this seems to be something that 2K has done with the basketball, which I'm going to go into a video about that in the future. And this is where EA has went with the football, is the fact that they have this new AI system that basically makes the game not fun, because it's just not good to play a game where you just can't make a single move without the computer knowing every existence or direction you're going to go in. And that's programmed like that. It's not something that that's just there. No, it's programmed that way. There's a difference between difficulty and just straight up cheating. And anytime you play a game just to be cheated on, it's not entertaining. But I will say this as well. Putting everything behind a paywall with these gimmicks, behind these little cards, these little points and these chips and this bullshit, all that needs to go away. And also they're going to have to put some real gameplay modes in there that don't require online. I am so sick of online modes, and this needs to go away. So let me know your thoughts on that as well, ladies and gentlemen, and let me know if you want these gameplay modes to go away. Primarily focus on single player and offline. Also make the trophies and the achievements offline. There should never in the history of any sports game be achievements and trophies that are based off online play, because the online servers go off after 5 or 10 months. I'm sorry, 8 to 10 months. So after those 10 months, you can't even get those achievements or those trophies anymore. But again, that's just my 2 pennies. I'm Yuri Barlow. You're watching Yuri B Sports. That's what I say, JB Sports. And I will see you in the next video. Bye everyone. Have a wonderful day.